creating your first video, you should
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Auto Club Speedway here for the NWS Cup Series here. Once again here at Auto Club for the Auto Club 200. Today we got a special guest for us in the booth with me. I got Sully Han. Sully, how are you doing today? Yeah, looking at the times right now, very competitive. Jacob Quill, your winner here last week at Rockingham, top of the charts here. Sully, you took a couple laps around here, so how's the track feeling right now?
Honestly, it feels really tight, but these boys are on open setup, so I can imagine that the fast guys have a pretty loose one. But for me, track was tight, a lot of grip, so it should be fast, close racing, and dirty air probably would be a big factor too.
As we ride on board here with Jacob Quill, you see him running the top. Sully, do you think the top's going to be a line that's going to be something these drivers are going to go towards too? Do you think that, or do you think these drivers are kind of vary depending on the track?
Well, I think in the beginning of the race, there's no reason to be burning your tires. I don't think that people be running the wall. The faster line is the wall, but the damage it does on your tires it's just not worth it. I think we're gonna see a lot of bottom riding, but towards the end, I can imagine seeing the top setting in.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, when you're on that top side, it does really burn up that right rear, and it does loosen the car up. But so I can definitely see a lot of drivers electing to run the bottom to try to save the tires a little bit, try to set that car up for the long run. Like I said, we see Jacob Quayle right here electing to run the top. You know, with only 2.5 minutes left in this practice, some drivers might be electing to try to practice some quali laps. Obviously, qualifying's huge in a at a large track like Auto Club here with the 2 miler. So maybe some of these drivers are electing to do some mock quali laps.
Yeah, I will be curious to see what line these guys are gonna be running for qualifying. I know a lot of what I saw in official races last season were bottom, but they weren't at this time of day, so different track temps may call for different lines. And I'm seeing a lot of top, as we see Noah Hamilton.
Yeah, Noah Hamilton makes his way up to the top of the board right here, and then number 24 with the 39.729. That's almost a little over 2 tenths quicker than Jacob Quill, who was leading your practice with a little under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I've heard in the garage that he is the guy to beat tonight. Jacob Quill did tell me he's going to be trying to beat him. A lot of trash talk. A lot of trash talk.
Yeah, you love to see these fierce competitors, just going at it, just, giving each other haymakers. No, really quick here. Last week at Rockingham, just got caught up in some unfortunate events, which unfortunately made his car undrivable towards the end of the race. Not a lot of cars actually ended up finishing that Rockingham race. Just like we said last week, Rockingham's such a difficult racetrack with how bumpy it is, with how loose you can get off the corners. It was just a battle of nutrition. Um, Auto Club, for instance, is a little bit easier. It's a lot more of a manage your car type of track than a driver track. So hopefully we can see a lot more drivers coming back out here and battling for a win.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty aggressive with how the track's driving. Um, with there being a lot of grip, I think it's gonna bring a lot of confidence and aggressive driving. So I look forward to seeing some of those moves and with how wide it is, and it's gonna be a treat, a spectacle.
I might definitely agree. A little under 30 seconds left in practice. This track is so wide that you can use so many different lanes. As you see the 41 taking a spin there, um,
Oh,
and a huge hit on the bottom. Obviously, end of practice, people are starting to get a little silly. You see Noah Hamilton completely KO'd the front of his car.
Jacob Quill is not happy with him at all. Apparently, Jacob had a lap that would have beaten Noah's. Jacob Quill was upset.
And you gotta hate that for Jacob. It's always a fun battle to see. Like you can get that top practice up because it really does show like, hey, I'm gonna be a competitor. I'm gonna be the guy to beat here. But with practice over, we're gonna start heading into qualifying and see what these drivers can do. Noah Hamilton, the first out of the pit road to try to make a lap. Like Sully had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, potentially the driver to beat here at Auto Club right now. He seems to be the fastest. Obviously, there's a lot more than just pace and speed here at these NASCAR circuits. You gotta keep the car clean and just put yourself in spots to not wreck. But and now Noah seems to be the favorite here at Auto Club.
Like I said, watch Jacob Quill though. He did have a faster lap going, so it could be pretty competitive between those two.
I definitely agree. Jacob Quill, I think day in and day out, gonna probably be a top three driver here in the NWS Cup Series. So, but as we see Noah Hamilton coming off of turn 4, he's gonna be starting this first lap. Let's see what he can run here.
I'll be curious what line he runs for his first laps. Looks like he's gonna be running the top, the wall.
See him getting in the wall a little bit there. Top's really hard to run, but I presume he's not really worried about this first lap. He's just trying to run the top, trying to get this momentum, mostly probably off of turn 4, try to get a good second lap going.
As it stands, Noah's about 3/10 quicker than Jacob Quill. This is the money lap for him. Chooses the top once again.
He knows how hard he can push his car now since, he did get into the wall earlier. So let's see if he's going to try to replicate that good lap he did in practice.
Goes to the bottom. Wow.
Currently, Jamie McKinney, you pull, but let's see what kind of lap Noah decides to run here.
That was a clean lap.
And that is your pull, 40 flat, 40.044. And that'll be your pull right now.
Beats
Speaking,
Jacob Quill by 2/10.
see Jamie McKinney right here, currently P3 with a 20.23. Needs a little bit more out of it right here. Let's see what he can run on this second lap. He improves to a 40.17, but not enough to knock off Noah for that pole. And our riding with Zachary Klinsman right now, P6 with a 21.0. See if he can improve. Does not improve. Diego Rodriguez up to P4 with a 40.5. Looks like he's going to park that. It's like Kevin Hunsicker right now on his out lap. On his first lap, my apologies. Lexter on the bottom. The 40.38, that's going to be P5 right now, but he still has that second lap. See if he can improve on that time.
The 12 machine of Jacob Quill is not happy right now. He apparently built a setup for a certain track condition, and that is not the current track condition. And he is giving it to Noah in the chat right now.
Yeah, definitely not surprised if that's the case, with these open setup leagues, when you're told that like, okay, this is gonna be a night race or this is gonna be a hot slick race, right? The cars obviously need to be set up a little bit different, and I guess Mr. Quill was told something different, and I'm not surprised that he's not happy with that result. Kane Hodgson right now out on the second lap, see if he can improve on that 40.7. He does do a 40.5, and that's going to bump him up to P6. And that is going to be the end of qualifying. So,
there we go.
And actually, Noah Hamilton gets knocked off by Kevin Hunsicker.
Wow.
With the 39.9.
I was not expecting that.
Let's go ahead and get your starting lineup up here. The starting on pole is going to be Kevin Hunsicker with Noah Hamilton rounding out row 1. Row 2 is going to be Jamie McKinney with Caden Bailey. Row 3 is going to be Jacob Quill and Payne Hodgson. So you want to round out the rest of the field?
Yeah, we got Diego Rodriguez and Joseph E. Johnson in row 4. Connor W. Murphy and Zachary Klinsman for row 5. And rounding out the field.
And our partner in here solely registered as a driver, so he will be technically starting the race as a driver, but he will be doing a start and park. So as we wait on all these drivers to get into their cars, get ready for this race. Obviously, 100 laps, a long ways to go for these drivers. So, Sully, what do you think is going to be the best move at the start of this race? You think it's good? You think it's going to be smart to be aggressive, try to make up some track position, or do you want to just lay back, try to keep the car clean and just start picking them off slowly, one by one?
Well, for guys that are in the top 5, I think your best move right now is to hunker down, get behind somebody, run the bottom, save those tires. But it would not be a bad idea for some of those guys further in the back to push the car hard and if it maybe hope for a caution, and then you take that track position, and then you can go back to that strategy that the guys up front will be using. But there's no real wrong move here. I think you just got to be smart. Just commit to whatever you're doing. Don't go back and forth.
No, I definitely agree. I think it's just depending on what you want to do depending on where you are on the track. Obviously, some drivers are going to elect to, if you're in the back, maybe save your tires, work your way up one by one. But if you're in the front here, maybe take advantage of this track position, try to get out in front, and try to maintain the track position. So
I will be curious how Noah races Kevin Hunsicker, knowing that he's that much faster. I can imagine that after hearing that he's the fastest car all week, and then getting out qualified, that would put some nerves. That would hurt the ego a little bit. I think we might see some aggressive driving out of the 24 machine.
on the back stretch here, and we will be going green this time. So, like you see, all these drivers lined up, warming up their tires right here, just trying to get this car prepped for, 100 laps of racing potentially. No stages here in this league, so we can potentially be going flag to flag.
Something tells me that is not going to happen. But you never know. Oh, the 41 gets into the wall early. Interesting.
All right, we're gonna hand this race off to Barney, and we're green at Auto Club.
3 wide in the back. Back down to 2. Whoa, whoa! Wrecking! 3 cars involved.
We got a good shot at that. Let's see if the caution's gonna come out for
Caution
that.
is not out. The yellow just came out.
And there we go. We got the caution right there. So it looks like we had some issues between 21 back here. A lot of issues back here. So let's take a look and see what happened here. Like the 21 just gets loose, has overcorrects into the wall, and the 41 or the 2 technically in the sim of Joseph just has nowhere to go. The 3 of Rodriguez also has nowhere to go, and just a big stack up right there. I mean, these tires are cold at the start, and looks like Tane just cooked it in a little bit too hard, and you see him right there just snap a little bit, tries to save it, and just overcorrects just a little bit, and nowhere to go for these couple guys in the back.
Looks like Jacob Quill just had a little mishap under caution. No damage on that car, but his tires are pretty hot.
We're seeing that now. Looks like
I think he just did not know where the pace car was.
that's what it looks to be like. Is Jacob trying to catch the pace car? Probably looking at something. And smart by him to, not run in the back of Noah or that 9 car or something. Just, you know, take the L, go down there. Unfortunately, loops it around. But good by him to not, take out competitors this early, especially under caution. So, but with a caution this early, drivers most likely not electing to come down and take tires, especially if you weren't caught up in that caution. We see Joseph Johnson and Kane Henderson right here sitting in pit road trying to get some of this damage fixed. But
If you were Jacob Quill, would you take tires after having that little spin out?
um, I'm not sure how many sets of tires the drivers have. I don't know if it's unlimited. I'm not sure, but with 100 laps, if it were me, I probably wouldn't take tires 3 laps, just a little spin out. Tires are gonna be a little bit hot. You might just have to baby it around and get those tires cooled off. Luckily, we're under caution, and that's probably the best way to cool off the tires is right to just pace around. So, if I was Jacob, I'd probably just keep the track position right now, sitting in P3. Um, yeah, I wouldn't want to give up the track position, and especially give up a precious set of those Goodyear tires.
We are still not 1 to green. I don't think anybody elected to pit.
Only people I see in pit road are those that were damaged in that lap 1 wreck, and obviously for obvious reasons, a lot of damage, especially to that 21 car of Tane. You see Kevin elect the inside for this restart.
A lot of damage to the Rodriguez number 3. I would be curious to see how that car handles.
And you see a ton of, especially front damage on that car. You see that right front all tore up, which will affect the way that car drives, especially with how much this next gen leans on the right front. Definitely going to be an uphill battle for that number 3 for the rest of the race. But Kevin right now, really probably liking his cautions right now. He's keeping the lead. He's leading these laps, and you know, for all these guys with this caution, it's allowing these guys to save a little bit of tire most likely. You know, stretch these tires out a little bit more with all the wrecks and the cautions coming out. So
I know Rodriguez will be hoping for another caution to maybe fix up that damage. Um, Here we go. We're gonna be coming to green.
you see this pace truck dip in the pit road any second now. And Kevin this time will lead us to green. Wait until they get into that Geico restart zone. And we're green.
Noah, bad start. Kevin gets up to a car length lead.
Yeah, Kevin with a great jump right there. Obviously, as the leader of the race, you get to kind of choose when the race starts. And it looks like Noah just couldn't time it well. But he does keep P2 right now. But there is going to be a battle for P3 right here between Jake McQuill and Connor Murphy, it looks like. Connor right up all over the back end of that number 6 Cashel car.
Jaden McKinney is going to be looking to maybe sneak his way into that. As he runs the top, he's going to have a big run.
Here comes Noah looking for the lead right here. Noah elects the bottom, but you see that 9 car get a great run off the top.
Oh!
Did you see Connor?
Jaden McKinney and Connor. Spins back up.
Oh!
Rodriguez.
And the 13 pancakes the inside wall. What a turn of events on that restart. Let's take a look back.
That's going to be Rodriguez's day.
See what happened here. I think just the 32 didn't expect the 13 to pinch him down that much. 32 gets into the 13, and then here comes the 13 out of right field right here. And I'm not anywhere to go for this number 3 car of Rodriguez. He's already committed to the top. You can't back out of that. And just KOs the right side door of that 13 car. And yeah, I agree. That's probably it for that number 3 car. I mean, got involved in that last wreck. And now just hit square on with that number 13. You see the number 3 right here. No front end now. He had a little bit of damage to the front end from that first wreck. Now nothing for that. So
the number 33 of Zachary Klinsman also picked up some damage from that.
and you see a little bit of front damage on that car. Nothing horrible. A little bit of left front.
The 32 of Jamie McKinney walks away with minimal damage, considering he was the one that caused that. Not too shabby.
Yeah, Jamie got really lucky just because when he got caught up in it, he kind of spun into the grass and kind of got out of the way unintentionally. But you're gonna see probably all these drivers coming down pit road trying to get some of this damage fixed. No, 32 decides to stay out. I mean, like you had just mentioned, Sully, not a lot of damage, so he's gonna elect to stick it out right now. And with that, Kevin is still your leader here. Has led all 8 laps here at Auto Club. And as we've seen this, as we've been watching the race, it has turned to nighttime here, and the lights have come on here at California Speedway. Speaking of it turning to night, we can take a look at our weather right here. Currently 65 degrees with about a 10-mile-an-hour wind facing south, but no clouds in sight. So slowly with it getting, colder and colder on the track, how do you think this is going to affect the way the car is going to drive?
I think it's going to get a lot more grip. I think the cars are going to start driving better and better. It's a real shame that we have so many out early, but I would expect all the competitive cars are still really well in this fight. Yeah, I bet the racing going to move up further up the track, if I had to guess.
No, I definitely agree. You see Kane Bailey in the number 87 213 somewhere car slowly just working his way up through the field. Didn't have the best quality, but He's getting around these wrecks right now. He's sitting in P4, rounding out your fast four here at Auto Club. So good for Caden right here. Had a really tough race at Rockingham. You know, getting caught up in some wreckage that was out of his doing. So great run for him and a great recovery right now here at Auto Club.
Lights are out on the pace truck. We're one to
See that number 9 car? I like the bottom again. You saw what a great jump he had at the start of this race. So definitely trying to replicate that. He does not have the 24 on his inside though. The 24 elects to go with the 9, and that will give the front row to Jacob Quill here, and then that number 6 car. And with all that wreckage starting at the race currently, we only have 6 cars that are going to start, that are going to be on the track on this restart. I don't see any other drivers trying to catch back up here, so.
we do have Tane Hodison, who's a lap down, catching back up.
I see Tane right there trying to catch up. I don't know if he's going to get here in time, but he is a lap down. So right now, the first car lap down, so all he needs to do is really not wreck, keep the car clean, hope for another caution, and he'll be easily back in this race.
He does have a lot of damage on his nose, but a few more cautions and he'll be right back in the fight.
And there is Tane right there. Fourth in line on that bottom. But pace truck is off, and we're going to hand this race back over to Barney. So you want to lead us to green?
And green, 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 green. Looks like Kevin still holding steady. Jacob Quill, great start. Will Jacob Quill clear him? Not quite. There he goes. He takes that bottom away. Noah, side by side, pinch down.
You're going to see Noah fall back in the fourth right there. But you see that number 9 car coming back at Jacob. He's there on the bottom. Let's see if he can get this run off the top without shoving Jacob up the track. Still side by side going to the line.
As they are starting to double file, Noah looking to the outside of Caden Bailey. I just cannot help but cringe to see these guys running the top so early with so much race left. I just pray for their tires, as Noah's getting a huge run on that outside.
Yeah, like we said in the pre-race, the top is the fastest way to go, but it is definitely the fastest way to also burn up your tires. So you see Noah, maybe listen to the broadcast, jump down to the bottom trying to get around this 9 car. 9 car is blinking. Kevin with some internet issues, but seems to sort those out. And they are single file for the top 3. But you see Caden Bailey passing the number 32 of Jamie McKinney for that P4 spot. Let's see if Kane can keep up with these top 3 right here.
I really like what the 12 machine of Jacob Quill is doing right now, running the bottom, just keeping his momentum. He's saving a lot of tires by doing this, letting these guys eat up their tires behind him.
Yeah, you see Kevin really electing to continually run this top, and I'm interested to see. Ooh, Kevin's gonna try to peek underneath him. Not gonna be there. I'm interested to see how the tire wear is gonna be, because obviously the top wears out the right rear, but the bottom does wear out the right front, and I would see it being a little bit different if Jacob was, you know, just riding around trying to save tires, but he's obviously trying to keep this lead, so he is gonna be burning off that right front tire, trying to keep it up here in prime position to win this race.
Yep, there he goes to the bottom again. Smart move. Noah follows him down there. Leaves Kevin out to dry. Kevin into the wall.
Talking to Noah last week at Rockingham, he was one of those drivers that were content with kind of running in a good spot, saving tires, and just kind of trying to keep the car clean, and then trying to, make a late charge towards the end of the race. Obviously, with 15 coming to 15 completed here, still a long, long ways to go. But I think right now Noah's content right here, kind of riding
Honestly,
behind, letting these guys battle out. But you see the number 9 car jumping to the bottom, as you see the 12 car of Jacob Quill electing the outside here. He's gonna get that run off the top.
if I was Noah Hamilton's crew chief right now, I'd be screaming at him to get down low and save your tires behind these guys. There's no reason to be running this top right
And
now. Just fight it out.
with all this battling, that's allowed Caden Bailey to, start to catch back up here and start battling for position. As you see him side by side with Kevin right here for the P3 spot. Obviously, Kevin running that top side is going to get the run off the top. So, Caden going to drop back in line right here. But Caden, look out for him, He's kind of been watching these guys battle it out. Maybe he's saved a little bit better tire through these first 15 laps.
And I have been watching him, and he has been running the bottom, like I've been alluding to, and he'll be in the catbird seat coming up in these next 10 or 20 laps.
And looking at telemetry, he also went down and pitted on on that first lap caution. So he does, even though and for here Auto Club, 2 mile track, that's a long track. You see him skim the wall a little bit. He pitted on lap 3 when that caution came out. So he does have 3 lap pressure tires, which doesn't seem like a lot, maybe for Bristol or for a short track or something like that. But for an abrasive track like Auto Club, that, will add up when we get into the latter part of this run.
Hamilton getting into the wall, trying to chase down Quill. I can see him trying to make a move in these next couple laps. There he goes. They're side by side. I think Quill just got those better tires right now.
Yeah, you saw Jacob really arc the corner really nicely in the turn 1 and 2 and kind of kept the momentum up from running the top. Well, you saw it, and it kind of just evened out what Noah was trying to do on the top, trying to get the run off. You see Noah's still running a lane higher, almost, and you see Jacob getting in the wall right there. You see Noah almost running kind of off-planer, trying to get some clean air on that nose, because obviously running behind there, it does really upset the car with all that dirty air getting just compacted onto the front of that car.
Caden Bailey just running this thing to the wall. Wow.
Yeah, Caden right now, I think, still trying to figure out how this car wants to drive. He's been having a lot of issues, especially out of turn 2, getting up into that outside wall. Looks like he's finding the 3 and 4 for the most part, as you see clean and green right there. But having a little bit of issues when it comes to turn 2 with the tightness. And you're already...
Noah does find himself side by side with him again. But he can't get it to go.
As we're already starting to see Kevin starting to fall behind these front 2, Kevin was the one that was really electing to run that top for a long time. You see him scrape the wall just a little bit there. You see him starting to fall off this front pack around 7/10 behind your leader of Jacob Quill right now.
Whoa, Noah gets into Jacob. Sends it a little high into that corner. I think the best thing Noah Hamilton can do right now is just tuck in behind Jacob Quill, as I think it's apparent that Quill does have the faster car right now, and just save your tire and learn from it. It's really early in the race. There's no reason why you don't need to be in the lead right now. But there he goes, going for it again, running the wall.
Now, I think he should get it right here. He had a really good entry. And if anything, he might be able to cross over Jacob right here. Jacob's going to clear, but he's going to have that run off the corner. He's going to elect to stay up there and kind of push Jacob, actually, down the back straightaway.
It's Very interesting.
I mean, I definitely agree. I feel like Noah's pushing just. I don't know if he is pushing it at all, but it seems like he is pushing to try to get past Jacob. Obviously, 21 going to 22 complete here in this race. Still a long time to get around Jacob. Not sure how long you go on field here at Auto Club. Obviously, one of the larger tracks, so I'm gonna say probably. I don't. I have no idea. Probably 25-ish laps around here, maybe more. I'm not sure how much fuel that the league allows these drivers to put into the car. Um, but that's also something to think about. That maybe they know that it's about time to, you know, get ready for green flag pit stops, and it's time to kind of push, get that track position before you come down and pit.
Caden Bailey has really fallen off the pace here. Not sure what has happened with him. Maybe just not saving tires as well as these other drivers.
Yeah, I think he's just still trying to figure out where he wants this car to be. It looks like I said before, he was having some issues. I see we have a blink out by Caden. He's having some issues out of turn two, getting that car rotated. So, right now I'm trying to figure out what this thing's doing. But as we say that, the number 9 car of Kevin has caught back up to the rear end of this 24 car. We thought he was out of it, but I think he was probably the ones. He purposely fell back to save tires right now and starting to make a run at this 24 car. Let's go right on board with them real quick here. Yeah, Kevin looking really clean right there, and something I didn't even think about, but I heard Kevin shifting into the corners here at Auto Club. So shifting also something really key that you can do to help get this car rotated. Um, but from my experience in the next gen, shifting in this car does really burn up the rear tires because you're obviously spinning more RPMs while in fifth. You might be a little bit tighter, but it will help save tires. But what's your opinion on shifting? Do you think it's something that's going to be beneficial here, or something maybe as a band-aid for these drivers
Well,
solely?
I think that it's going to hurt them more than benefit them at this point of the race. As the number 33 of Zachary Klinsman pit. Not sure what for. It looks like he just four tires. Yeah, I think at this point of the race, I mean, you're only 26 laps in. I don't think that you need to be shifting. I think that's more of a last restart option, and even then, it's a little iffy. Um, I'm not sure though. Maybe with the cooler track, it drives a little different than from what I remember. Yeah, I think you don't need to be doing that right now.
Very interesting. But you see Kevin and Noah kind of starting to fall back to Jacob here. So while we have a little bit of time, let's go through the field here. See Jacob here, obviously leading the race here. Ever since he's gotten this lead, is not giving it away. See Noah here sitting in P2.
Kevin wants around Noah really bad right now.
Yeah, Kevin, I think, is faster than Noah right now. I think Noah, as we said, was pushing a little bit too hard to try to get around Jacob, and you see Kevin all over the back end right here.
Should get around him.
You see Caden Bailey right here sitting in P4th is really falling off the back end of this field.
I'm gonna look at this battle for a second right now.
See number 9 go underneath the 24 here. He's gonna make the pass.
Get some.
Gets him. He puts that dirty air on that 24, and Noah gets up in the wall and allows the number 9 car to take the position away. Now let's see what Kevin can do here, you know. Pretty easily past the 24. Let's see if he's got the whereabout to catch up to this number 6 car. Jacob has a little over
Oh,
a second
Jaden
gap.
Bailey spins out on the front stretch. Caution is out. Is
We
this
do
a
have a
spin
caution.
gate? Is this a spin gate?
We'll have to take a look and see what's going on here.
Looks a little fishy.
Hmm. Let's go
Can we
on.
pull him into the booth?
Let's go on board with Kane here, and let's look in the cockpit. Let's look at all the gauges, and we'll try to see what caused this lapse in grip.
He did ask for a caution right after he spun. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure. It almost looked like he was trying to go down pit road, maybe overshot it, and
well, that
just
does shake up the race.
lost it. I'm not sure what to call of that at all. I'm not sure. Um,
I'm expecting everyone to come down here.
you see Jacob, Quill, Kevin, Noah, Jamie, everybody that's on the lead lap coming down here, taking 4 fresh tires. We all presume these guys are going to take probably 4, top off on fuel, and try to be smooth in, smooth out. See what we can do here.
As Jacob Quill misses his box.
And so does Hamilton. That's you know, next gens when you're trying to get these things slowed down, sometimes they don't want to cooperate with you, and you saw the top 2 drivers right there, mistakes. It's gonna be close. Jacob's gonna get Noah, and Kevin's gonna come out P3.
To me, it looks like Noah Hamilton's got front end damage.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, and yeah, he definitely does. Well, Noah's sitting in P2. Let's pull him up and talk to him and ask him maybe where you got that damage. Hey Noah, Christian and Sully up in the booth. Got a copy?
Sir.
Well, running in P2, you know, definitely a top 3 car right here. Walk us through your race.
Well, I definitely pushed too hard on that run. I was trying to save, but that wasn't enough. Jacob was saving really hard, so I was just chilling in second for a while. Eventually, Kevin got by me, but I overshot my box there. Jacob got pushed in and sped, so he had an EOL.
Oh, well, that's
And
interesting.
I'm not sure why Jacob got an EOL, but now he's saying he's stuck in pity. But I'm gonna fight for it.
Yeah, it appears that you and that 9 have a little bit of front end damage. Do you know what that happens to be from?
Yes, because Jacob brake checked us on entry.
Well, there you go. That's unfortunate, but going 1 to green here. I mean, you have the race lead, so hopefully you can keep it, and hopefully we can talk to you in victory lane.
Yes, sir. I hope so too.
Buddy. And that was Noah Hamilton, driver number 24 car right there, leading this race. And
I will say, he does not sound very confident himself.
yeah, I mean, with that, I had obviously didn't have the right camera set up, but we did not see that the 9 and the 24 got brake checked by the 6, just trying to get it wove down into pit road or something. So, I mean, definitely with that front end damage, that car will definitely drive different. So I'm not surprised that Noah's not the most confident. Just with that front end damage, he's not going to know what this car is going to drive like. But um, lights are off on the pace track, so we'll be going green this time. 32 complete here, so still a long race for these drivers. So we'll see if we can get another green flag run and get some good battling. We're going to hand this race back over to Barney, and he and Noah will bring us back to green. Pretty good jump for Noah right there. You see Kevin keeping that P2 spot, but you see Caden Bailey right there trying to rip the top. But here comes Jacob Quill, 3 wide almost for second.
He's going to lose all of his momentum, though. Kevin is pushing Noah very hard. Noah elects to go low.
Oh, you see Kevin getting into the wall there, and that's going to allow Caden to drop underneath him and maybe make this pass for third. I think he will make the pass here. He will. And Caden Bailey up to P3.
I was just going to mention it. I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Hamilton goes high here. As that is clearly what he's... Oh, he gets into the wall.
And the 33 is spinning.
33, hard contact into the wall.
Is not going to get that load up in time to keep it off that inside wall. I don't know if that's going to be a caution or not. He's off the racing surface.
Does not look like he's going to get that caution. Which I don't think that it makes a difference, as that car is destroyed.
I definitely agree. But a big winner for that last caution was his number 32 car, Jamie, right? Was running off the pace, has a little bit of damage right now. He's sitting in P5 in contention right now. Lurking this number 17 car, waiting on this number 17 as that 17 gets into the wall. And is in position to maybe gain a couple spots here.
Noah Hamilton really has to simmer down here and just not get too ahead of himself. You do not need to be in first right now.
You see this? Hey, the 87. It's a great save by him. Almost took him and the 32 out. But he's going to give up that P4 spot to Jamie right there. And you see the front three back in order. Quill, Hamilton, and Humsicker. 1, 2, 3 like they were beforehand. And like Noah said in that interview we had with him, he pushed too hard on that first run. So I think he's going to try to back it off a little bit. I would hope so. He knows that he messed up. So I would assume that he's going to back off. Maybe just maintain pace with Jacob, not try to pass him right now. Just try to out-tire save him right now. Kind of like what Kevin did on that last green flag run.
Noah's looking the best he's ever looked this whole race right now, just running the bottom. And I think he's keeping the pace too. I'm really impressed how he's running right now.
Right now, Noah learning from that mistake from that first run, and looks like he's backing off. You see the 9 starting to back up to. He's starting to back up to this 9 car. As he's into the wall again. And you see side by side for second right here. And Kevin is going to take over this P2 spot. Now Kevin was well known for the tire save in that first run. Let's see if he's going to continue to try this tire save, but keep ahead of Noah. Noah very content. Just kind of running it out right there. Already falling about half a second behind Kevin here. So I think Noah, he realized there's a long race to go. We're not even halfway done yet, so still a long ways to go. Still a lot of time and a lot of race to catch back up to these front two. So but currently your whole field kind of spread out, just trying to run their own race right now. Closest cars on track are Noah and Kevin right here, which we're already looking at. Currently, your first car laps down right here is Tane. It's we catching them all. Unfortunately, bad timing. But 4 laps done right now. Car looks actually pretty solid for all the damage he had. Really, it looks almost like a brand new car.
I think it is worth noting that Jacob Quill and Kevin Hunsaker are the 2 highest I ratings in the field, so the cream of the crop really is rising here tonight at Auto Club.
No, I definitely agree, Sully. You can definitely tell that this iRating is really. I mean, it's almost like an experience thing. Like these guys have driven this track a lot. They know what they need to do. They know what they need to do to set the car up for the long run, for the short run, for everything else. And you can see that experience kind of showing right now.
Jacob Quill continues just to run away from this field.
And you see Noah electing to start to run that top again. I think he might think, okay, it's time to go now. Because you see him starting to slowly run down Kevin again. And he's down a little under 2/10 behind the number 9 Chevy right there. And I am very, very presently surprised by Jamie right here. You know, got caught up in those last couple of wrecks, but he's been able to, you know, keep pace with these 2 in front of him right now. Only 4/10 behind Noah, and Noah's right now pushing to try to get around these 2. And you see him even starting to lure in these 2. So great recovery run by Jamie in that number Hello Kitty car, and that Hello Kitty number 32 car. My apologies.
Jacob Quill's the fastest car on track. In first. I cannot see him making any mistakes right now. He's looking good. It's like a battle forming for second right now, though.
And you see Noah right on the rear end of that number 9 car again. I think he said, okay, you know, I saved my stuff. Now I want to go. And that's what it looks like he's trying to do right here. I don't think Kevin's going to fight him that hard. I think Kevin's still trying to save tires. And you see Noah easily make the pass right here. But now Noah, you know, has put his cards down on the table. Okay, I'm trying to push to get back up here. And you see Kevin pushing that 24 again like he has been doing these last couple of restarts. I think Kevin knows that, you know, it's probably for the best for both those cars to not fight each other. So, Kevin lets Noah go, and let's see if Noah can catch up to there. And Noah was faster that lap with a 40.1 over Jacob's 40.3. So, Noah is right now pushing and trying to get back up there. And actually, your second fastest driver right here is that number 32, as we talked about before, of Jamie McKinney with a 40.2 to Jacob's 40.3. So
I think right now, Hunsaker is just saving his stuff. I think, as we saw in the last run, he was the faster car. And he probably knows that, but he just continues to save his tires. He could have passed Noah on the backstretch there, but he chose not to.
and that's a very veteran move right there, you know. He knows that there's such a long race. He knows that Noah's trying to get back up there. And he really hasn't really gapped this 9 car by that much after trying to, let's say, push, right? So Kevin knows that, hey, you know, I'm still trying to tire save. I'm still trying to run my own race. And if Noah wants to go up there burning stuff up, I will get back to him sooner or later. So really smart stuff by Kevin right here to, you know, lift for lift for Noah there, and to just keep this car clean.
I do think that could raise problems in letting Jacob just plain out drive away. Unless Kevin's just comfortable racing for second, that might not be his best option.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're thinking, because like Jacob is pulling away from this field. Like Noah did have a couple of better laps for a couple of laps there, but Jacob has now started to pull away again. You know, Noah's 40.3 to Jacob's 40.2. So, even though Noah tried to push, you know, maybe try to gain some stuff back, Jacob has already started to, you know, put down some faster lap times to Noah. So I definitely agree. I don't know if it's in the best interest right now for Kevin to sit back there and ride behind this slower car of Noah, regardless of uh, what he wants to do. See Jacob Twill coming up on a lap car of Tane right there. Tane electing to, let these guys by. Very, very good for him, right? He could have easily raced the leader and everything else, but he decides to just let these guys go. It's not his race. He's not racing for the win right now. I mean, 5 laps down. Very, very classy of Tane right there to just pull over, let the leaders go, and win your race, right? Anything can happen in these closing laps. The leaders could wreck with 10 to go, and you're in the catbird seat to get a top 5.
Looks like Kevin got around Noah Hamilton.
Yeah, Kevin right now on the outside right here, looking around Noah. I think Kevin, is starting to realize that, okay, Noah is slower than I am. I need to try to get around him without burning my stuff up, because if he has any chance at trying to catch Jacob, it's not going to be riding behind this 24 anymore, so... See, the 33 car has made his way back onto the racetrack. 13 laps down right now for Zach. But right now, props for him. A for effort, right? He's 13 laps down, but staying tough and trying to finish this race out. So big props to Zach for going down pit road, getting that car fixed, and now he's back out here running P7.
As they are side by side again for second place.
And Kevin's finally going to get clear of that number 24 car. Now, he's done plenty of tire saving. If he needs to go, he needs to go now. I mean, Jacob is almost 4 seconds out from Kevin right here. You see Jacob just running his own race. He's not... Kevin isn't even within camera shot of Jacob right now. So, if Kevin wants any chance at catching him before potentially green flag pit stops, he's got to start pushing. See, Noah's still trying to fight on that inside, trying to get around Kevin again. I don't really understand the move right here, because them fighting is just going to slow them both down, and it's just going to allow that number 12 car to slowly just pull this gap further and further out. So I think Noah realized that. I don't think Noah has the car to race Big Kevin right now, so they just need to stay there and hope for something to happen.
Caden Bailey has reeled the 32 of Jamie right in. I'm not sure how he closed these out, but he did.
We know Kane's fast. We know Jamie has a little bit of damage. So maybe it's just that damage is starting to affect that 32 car in the long run, right? Good tires can really mask a really difficult driving car. So I think with this long run, as you see that 32, as we talk about it, getting loose, when you have that damage, it really does make the car so much harder to drive in. With a good set of Goodyear tires, it really can mask the difficulties that car has at driving. And you see the number 87 trying to go down to the bottom there. And he's going to make the pass.
Noah hardened the wall.
That's not what Noah wants to see right there. I mean, Noah, we know, burned his stuff up again. But definitely not what you want to see. He's going to be into the wall again. He's just trying to run this top. I think they're trying to make up time. When, oh, Noah! It's going to spin! And he's gonna go up the track,
Wow.
up the track, up the track. He's gonna drive it back down.
The caution's not out.
I think that's what Noah was trying to do, honestly. And that's and he's spinning
Oh.
again. I just think those tires are
Oh.
so cooked. Oh, and there goes the 33.
Yo, the 33.
The 33. I mean, that's got to be a caution now. I think Noah was really trying to back that car up to um there it goes, cautions out. I think Noah's really trying to back that car up to, I don't know if it's admin cautions or if it's iRacing cautions. I presume it's admin, or because I think iRacing would have called that a long time ago, but I think he was trying to back it up so we didn't have to call that caution, which is good by him. But when he spun that thing out, I mean, when you light up those rears, it's so hard to control. But we'll take a look back to see what caused all this commotion. So you saw him just got up into the wall. When he got off, I think he was trying to yank it off the wall. It got him loose. There you go, spinning up the track, spinning up the track. He parks it, you know, on the bottom lane, trying to reverse it back out. And he's like, okay, I got it stopped down here. And then he just lights up the tire, just full throttles, probably in first, and then loops it back up onto the track. And this
I'm
poor
curious what
33
happened to
car,
33.
and the poor 33 car, I think it was just trying to react. I maybe just over snapped the steering wheel. Let's go on board with this 33 as he catches Noah right here.
Yeah.
It just looks like he was just trying to react to the 24 and loses it, and spins it out, hits that inside wall again. So unfortunate. I mean, terrible for that number 33 car. Just came back out, got all that damage fixed, and already, you know, got into more trouble. So
I will say, that is not what Jacob Quill wanted to see there.
no, I definitely agree. Jacob was quite literally running away with this thing, and it looked like Kevin was at least running on pace with Jacob there. And yeah, Jacob probably not very happy with Noah right now. Didn't set up the session the way he thought. Now, you know, causing the caution, bunching everybody back up together. Jacob's probably not a very happy camper right now.
Yeah, he is not in the VC, so we cannot talk to him.
Well, Jamie right now, due to that wreck, has bumped his way up in the P3. So let's talk to him and see how his race is going. Hey, Jamie, is Christian up in the booth? Got a copy?
Yep.
Well, right now you're sitting up in P3, you know, have kind of got caught up in that first, you know, couple of wrecks there. Have a little bit of damage on that car, but has kept that car clean and green, and sitting up in P3. So just walk us through your race and how everything's gone.
It's going well. That's all I gotta say. I'm just glad a caution came out because my tires were killed and I was about to spin out, but I'm grateful for that caution.
Yeah, you see that
And
happen.
the thing with Connor, he was kind of heated, even though he was the one that hit me. But it is what it is, and I might hit him back.
Oh, we got some beef, but yeah, we could definitely tell at that end of the run you were starting to get a little squirrely. But right now sitting in P3 with this track position, what are you gonna try to do here? You're trying to be aggressive and, you know, make a couple spots up, or you're kind of content just riding right here in P3. I mean, a little over halfway done. What's the move for the rest of this race?
I don't know, just rip the fence apart and try to get the best position I can. And I hope Zachary does the same, but like I'm not sure if he has a chance. But we'll see.
Well, we are going 1 to green here, so we're gonna let you go to prepare for this restart. But hopefully we can talk to you in victory lane.
Yep. Thank you.
Jamie McKinney in that number 32 car and running P3. You saw Jacob Quill elect the bottom while we are talking to Mr. Jamie there.
Rodriguez, 45 laps down. Putting that car back on the track.
Hey, that once again, A for effort, man. You gotta commend this guy for trying, right? has not at the beginning of this race could not catch a break, and got caught up in both of those big wrecks at the start. Doesn't even have a front end on that car right now, but it's deciding to keep to put that thing back out on the track and trying to run some of these laps out. So, good for Diego right there, and no, A for effort. The lights are off on the pace track.
Keep your eye on Noah Hamilton on this restart. Will he take this run on the field? He gets her woed down. There we go. Green is out.
And really a pretty good jump by Kevin right there. You know, it's really hard to get a good restart on that outside when the leader picks the inside. So really, honestly, a good job by Kevin, but Jacob gets a good jump as well to keep that lead. See Jamie and Cade right now battling right here for this last podium spot. You see the 9 slap the wall. And that's going to allow the 32 to go underneath of Kevin right here. He's going to try to battle for this P2 spot. He's going to clear him easily. He sends that thing off into the corner, but he is going to wash up the track, and that's going to allow the 9 to cross him over. And he's into the wall. You see that Hello Kitty car ripping the fence right now, but that's also going to give a chance for Kane Bailey to get underneath this 32 car. Jamie did say that he was going to try to rip the catch fence off, trying to get this car turned. You see him loose, getting off there, but right now he's going to keep that P3 spot.
Noah Hamilton just did say he was going to be spinning in 20 laps.
Well, there you go. You see Noah putting the pressure on this number 17 car for the P4 spot. They both are in the wall. Noah slaps that thing hard, but keeps that momentum up somehow. It's going to be leering this number 87 car going into turn 1 here. Elects the outside, while that number 87 elects to run the bottom. So Noah should get a good run off the corner here. I think he's on the inside of that 87. He is. With that blink out, I think that kind of spooked Caden and forcing it back out as they're touching going into turn 3. Some hard aggressive racing by Noah right there. He knows he needs to get this track position back. And you see, ooh, that 87 almost getting into the fence there. And you see that number 24 car probably trying to pounce on this number 32 car. You know, he's hungry to try to get back that track position. And you can tell right now that 24 is not trying to save tires. He's giving that car everything he can right now.
Is doing a great job keeping up with the 9, but I do not think his tires are in very good shape.
Yeah, I think right now he's really... Oof. Oh, that was cutting off the 32's nose. 32's going to go underneath him. I definitely think that Jamie right now is burning his stuff up, trying to keep the spot right here. I mean, you saw him battling for that first caution, and you saw him starting to slide back to even Caden on that last run. But right now, 32 battling for this P2 spot. You see the number 9 underneath him once again. He's going to clear that number 32 car.
I've noticed the 9 is very bold with his moves, very concise. As soon as he gets clear, he's taking them.
And that's what you got to do, especially with the way the dirty air in this car is, right? As soon as you clear, oof.
Gosh.
Almost clear. Not quite there, buddy, but with the dirty air, once you get up there, you really put a lot of dirty air on that nose. So I don't blame Kevin for trying to, you know, chop that 32's nose off right now. I think he's a little... You can tell by the way he's driving, he's probably not very happy that the 32's up here racing him very hard, because...
Oh, the 32's loose!
32 is very loose. You can tell the 32 is driving his heart out, and I think this 9 does not want to have to race as hard as he is for this P2 spot. He's loose again.
This is not...
The 9 up into the wall. He's going to side draft that 32 all the way down to the apron. And I think he's going to have to rip the wall here to try to get around this 32 car. 32's gonna dive it in there. Oh, this is great racing for this P2 spot. I mean, this is exactly what Jacob Quill wants to see as well. But that 9 car finally gets around this 32.
The 9 of Kevin Hunsker is the series points leader. He's had a great season. Just overall running pretty good. Hopefully, he can give Jacob Quill a run for his money. See a good race.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what Jacob wanted to see, like I said, with those two battling really hard, trying to get ahead of each other. I think this 9 car is faster than the 32, so I think that's where he should be running, but I think that really allowed Jacob right here up into the lead to save stuff if he wants to, right? You saw those two battling side by side, giving each other sliders, cutting each other's noses off and everything. I mean, Jacob's back there just, methodically thinking like, hey, just keep doing that, guys. I'm going to save my tires. You see him still running this bottom line right here, trying to save his stuff. That's exactly what he wanted to see. As he's up into the wall, commentator's curse maybe, but Jacob's still almost a little under a 2-second gap.
Oh my, Caden Bailey got so loose off of 4.
Take a look at that. Oh my lord, yeah, we were on board with him right there. That was hell of a save by that driver. Once again, he's done that a couple times. You saw him loop it there earlier in the race. Yeah, hell of a save by that driver.
He's taking a really shallow entry into that corner.
Yeah, he is. You see Noah right here, really off the pace right here. Almost 3 seconds behind the race leader here. No, my apologies. 5 seconds off the race leader, but about 3 seconds off P3 of Jamie. But currently, closest battles are these two right here. Still trying to battle it out for P2 right here. See that 32 still electing to run that top here.
Lap 69 for Jacob Quill.
And Jacob Quill is really, I think actually since he's gotten this lead, he's not giving it away. So Jacob Quill really quick at Rockingham. Obviously, he built the set for Rockingham last week. So
He built this set too.
yeah. Right now, once again, still a little under 2 seconds right now. I mean, Kevin and Jacob are running. Oh, as Kevin a really bad lap. Honestly, we can't really tell what kind of laps Kevin is running just due to the blinking. According to live timing and scoring, he ran a 10.3, which we know is definitely not correct.
Bailey's having himself a time on the backstretch.
Yeah, Caden, he's burned up those rear tires so bad. Caden right now sitting in P5. He's doing his best, but
What it's all about.
yeah. Now Caden starting in 4th right here, currently running in 5th, so kind of stayed around the same place this whole time, but definitely that car's not driving right for him. As you see Jamie starting to fall back away from this number 9 car. I mean, like you said in that driver interview, he was going to race the hell out of this thing. And you can tell that he definitely did, and he's starting to pay for it now. So, but you see Kevin out here went into P2. Jacob Quill still leading this race. Has led 59 out of these 71 laps here. So, I mean, dominating race for Jacob Quill right now. Hopefully he can wrap this thing up. No mistakes. Hopefully not a commentator's curse. Hopefully he can wrap this thing up and get a good finish for himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been the strongest guy out of the field right now up to this point. Saved his tires the best. He's kept the best pace. It's been looking good. This Caden Bailey cheers 29 for Kevin Harvick. That's what he said.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick, retiring after this 2023 season. A lot of emotions coming from that retirement tour. A lot of Kevin Harvick fans, me included, saddened by his retirement. But what a great figure for the sport he's done. I mean, he was been in sport for 23, 24 years. So, and he's done so much for the sport. Obviously taking over for Dale Earnhardt after his passing at Daytona, and then has been such an innovator. Had his own race team at one time. Has been a big advocate for this next gen car while he was racing in it, and just done so much for the sport. So, Kevin, if you ever watch the broadcast, I personally really appreciate everything you've done for the sport and everything you'll continue to do for the sport. Obviously, being a part of the Drivers' Council, being an owner for the Cars Tour, and I'm so excited to see what you're gonna do in the booth. So,
Oh yeah. Forever, as they say.
you saw Jamie as we were talking about that about Kevin right there getting super sideways. You could tell. I mean, he's definitely used his car up to the best of his ability. But coming 25 to go here, it's starting to get things wrapped down. I'm not sure what fuel's gonna be like for these drivers. You see the Jacob right there passing the number 21 car of Tane right now. Tane's still limping this thing around. Currently 6 laps down. The first car lap's down. So if we do get another caution, he will be our lucky dog here. So, but I definitely think that that's the last thing that Jacob once again wants to see is a caution. Obviously, Tane would like to probably get a lap back, but realistically, he's probably not going to get back on this lead lap with being 6 laps down to the leader. Probably not going to get all those laps back unless something dramatic happens. You see Caden Bailey once again having an upset moment, and that he stopped on the track. Is that going to be a caution?
Doesn't look like it.
Once again, Caden having such an issue coming out of turn 4 there. Let's take a look at that. I saw that on the scoring loop that he was having some issues. Let's take a look at this one more time for Caden. See him kind of even upset, like, moving the car back and forth. Maybe he thought there's something broken on the car. See him go down into turn 3. Looks okay. Comes up into turn 4, and he's loose. And just loops it around right here. So, I mean, we know Caden's had a lot of issues with his car throughout the race. He's already done this once, causing the caution. So, Caden's probably going to come down and limp this thing to pit road. Let's see if he can. I thought he was going to lip it right there again, but I mean, that car is not driving right here.
No, it's not.
You see the 33 car getting lapped one more time by the leader of Jacob Quill. You see him in the 4 shot of this while we watch Caden Bailey try to probably limp this thing down the pit road, I would presume. And he is going to stay out. So, Caden's going to try to limp this thing out. You see Kevin getting around to 33 here, and he's going to sooner or later catch this number 87 car. Kevin's still having a little bit of internet issues, so. But currently still about a 10th a lap slower than your race leader, Jacob Quill.
Oh, Caden hard on the wall. Oh my gosh, that he is on the struggle bus.
Yeah, Caden. Yeah, I think Caden needs to just go in there and get a fresh set of good juice. I understand he might. I mean, he's already a lap down. I mean, probably for the best of the whole race and everybody else here, probably just go down and pit, please, Caden. So, and also for the sake of you, I mean, you're having some issues with that car. But right now,
Be out of sets. They do have a limit of 3 sets.
well, there you go. That might be the case then. I think maybe Caden's, he's
Oh
loose
my!
again.
Oh
And he's
my!
gonna loop it again on the
Oh!
apron.
He's around. This is not good.
He gets it, you know? Refired again, he's going again.
There he goes.
Everybody right now very spread out. Jacob Quill has about a 3 second gap on second place at Kevin, and then there he goes down pit road. 9 seconds back of Kevin is Jamie, and 3 seconds back of Jamie is Noah, and then Kane right here in P5, 1 lap down. So right now, currently your top four, the only cars that are still on the lead lap, and even then, Noah is 16 seconds behind your race leader, Jacob Quill. As we see the number 17 take his car down pit road. We'll see if he has an extra set. Misses his box. And we'll see if he's got an extra set there. He does! They're going to jack that car up and take 4 fresh tires. 20 to go. He should by far be the fastest car on the track. So it's going to be fun to see him try to work his way back up. So, and there he goes.
Good luck, Caden.
We'll take a look at Noah Hamilton right here. You know, he caused that last wreck and has just not been able to recover since. Sitting in P4 right now. You know, 18 seconds behind your leader of Jacob Quill. Definitely probably not the race he wanted. I mean,
Bailey and Jacob Quill. Jacob Quill just passed Caden. He is flying.
Jacob Quill is
Oh
definitely
no!
flying. And Kane in the wall again. I think the cold tires with the cold temperature, I think it's going to take a couple laps to get those tires warmed up, but Kane definitely does not like this nighttime, this cold weather right now. Currently 65 degrees. That is cold, and he's loose again. Caden is not having a good time right here. Kane just needs to limp this thing around. He's gonna get a P5 if he doesn't wreck this thing. So 17 to go. Just hang in there, buddy. But as I was saying before, Noah, definitely not the race he wants. I mean, you coming into here, you would talk to some of the drivers saying that Noah was the car to beat, and right now sitting 20 seconds now behind the race leader in P4. Definitely not the race Noah wanted. Jamie right here, I mean, I'm impressed with him, you know. I mean, he is 13 seconds behind Kevin, but you know, he's taking what has been given to him, and he's taking advantage of it right now. He's slowly getting caught by Noah. Noah's only 3.5 seconds behind, and you see that 32 loose as well. With 16 to go, he just got to hold on. Maybe he can hold on to this podium spot.
Do you think a caution is in the cards for a self-spin? With how loose these guys are, I think it's probable that we're going to see a caution.
No, this 32 has been loose a lot. I mean, we already see Caden. He's been struggling quite a bit. Once again, he's loose off of turn 1, out of turn 2. My apologies. And I think what they're trying to do right now is do a relaxed caution. 15 to go. I don't think anybody wants to see a caution. I think they just want this race to run out. So unless one of these drivers are actively impeding the racing line, I don't think we're gonna get a caution. You see Noah getting up into the wall there. Guess he's gonna try to get around this 3 car. Is that the 3 car of Diego? It is. He has a front end finally. Yeah, good for Diego. You know, sitting in P8, he's gonna get a top 10 finish out of this. So, as well as everybody else in the race. So. Um, but good for Diego, you know, sticking it out, right? This really shows the dedication he has to this league, to hit himself, to this, you know, potential team. You see him in that 21 car with the same paint on, so I presume this is like a race team's teammates and stuff. So you'll see. I mean, that just shows how dedicated Diego is to, you know, his team, himself, to this league. So big props to him sticking it out. 51 laps down. So A for effort.
Oh, Caden Bailey. Oh, Caden Bailey.
He is saving that.
Wow.
I mean, you got to give that car control. I mean, A for effort car control with how uncontrolled that car is right now. So
He's had a lot of practice.
I think he's finally flipped the track around. It looks like he's fine in the 3 and 4, but he is. That car is undrivable at it too. See if you can figure out this corner while we got him on blast. In he's loose.
Oh, the 33.
33 down here.
Got a race.
Here we have two cars that aren't driving very well racing each other, so we'll see if the 33 is just going to let him have it. See Caden getting, okay, yeah, 33 is just going to let him have it. I mean, the 30, Zach right here, 16 laps down, so probably smart for him to let, you know, Caden, who's only 3 laps down, just give him the spot, right? So,
Yep.
but we do have a battle for P3 right here, potentially brewing up.
Oh my Caden.
Noah is only 7/10 behind P3 of Jamie, and Jamie is not looking
Oh,
very.
contact. Oh,
And
my.
Caden is around again.
He's getting off the track. The caution comes out.
Caden,
10 to go.
and this is what the fans like to see. Jacob Quill is in shambles right now. He is punching his steering wheel right now.
Should we get Caden Bailey in the booth?
Oh, we see the 33 and the 87 kind of tandem drifting. And yeah, let's talk to Caden Bailey. Let's see what's going on with this car. Hey, Caden, it's Christian and Sully up in the booth. You got a copy?
Y'all about to see something y'all would love. So y'all better go to my car right now. Y'all gonna fucking love this. Sorry for cursing, but y'all about to love this.
All right. We are on your card, buddy.
Oh yeah, Noah. I know you can hear me, by the way.
Yeah.
And you can't race control and drive at the same time, buddy. I'm just gonna say this. You're a good. You can't even do better than Ethan, buddy. You just can't. All right. So stop trying your hardest. I don't care if I get banned at this fucking point. All right. Hey Noah, you want to see a magic trick, buddy? I'm asking for a magic trick. You want to see it? I don't fucking care.
Oh! Jamie gets collected.
And Noah has some front end damage. You see that? And
Bailey was removed from the server.
Don't care because the only thing I got for him is that all he does is think he's right, but he's not. And he thinks he could do better than anybody else, and he can't even do better than Ethan. Thank y'all guys. Have a good night.
You too, Caden. There it was, Caden Bailey.
some strong words by the driver of that number 87 car to Noah, the owner of the league. Noah, lots of front end damage to that car, and not very happy, obviously, with Hayden right there. So
I'm at a loss for words, Christian.
no, I've never seen that in all my in my brief history of broadcast. I've never seen that before. So I am also at a loss of words. So um yeah. See,
What do you think? Do you think we should get Noah in the booth?
we can have a conversation with him right now. It's still 2 to green. Hey, no, it's Soli and Christian up in the booth. Got a coffee.
Well, yep, I do.
Yeah, obviously we saw the so-called beef between you and Caden and a lot of front end damage. So just walk us through
I
that.
didn't hear what he said exactly. Can y'all brief me on that?
It was mostly the fact that he didn't like that you were race controlling and racing at the same time, and a lot of uh your trash kind of comments. So unfortunately, and then he asked you if you wanted to see a magic trick, and then pulled that.
Yeah, I heard that magic trick part. I
Yeah,
most certainly heard that. Um, well, the first time he wrecked, I asked everyone in the call, in my Discord call, I said, "Do you guys think that should be a caution?" And they all said, "Nope, nobody is around." And when everybody got to him, he got it going. Second time he spun, he was way below the racing surface. Third time he was right there, I threw the caution. So I I don't believe I did anything wrong there. And then I removed him from the server. I banned him from the Discord. He's not coming back to us.
yeah. Some. I mean, as a former league owner myself, I probably would have taken the same action. Kind of uncalled for to call out the league owner slash admin on broadcast at that. So, but obviously a lot of damage. So, I'm going to drag you back to your team, and hopefully we can talk to you maybe next week. Obviously that car is pretty beat up. So,
All right, take care, gentlemen.
yep. Noah Hamilton there in the number 24. Definitely not out of for him. So let's you see Jamie deciding to stay out on 37 lap old tires. So we'll see what he can do here.
Great call.
As we were green, and the number 9 already has a pretty good jump on this 32. You see Jacob Quill electing to jump to the outside as well. And here comes the number 9. Here comes Kevin. And here comes Jacob. Easy pass right there. And this is going to be the battle for the win right here. The 9 versus the 6. And right now, there is no tire saving. There is no fuel strategy. This is pulling guns out, and you're racing as hard as you can for this win. So fans, get ready for hopefully a good show.
9 chooses to go to the bottom in crunch time. He gained a lot of ground, but the 6 can have the run here. I don't think he's gonna get to him this corner.
You see the 9 I like the bottom. You see the 6 also run right underneath him. And you're gonna see that 6. You saw him get a little swirly there, but he's gonna have a run on the inside. 9 in the bottom. He's gonna block the 6.
It's a good block. It's a great block.
And you see the 6 all over the back end of this number 9 car.
It's gonna be a guessing game for this 9 car. He's gonna try and choose the same line as the 6.
And he had the lift.
Oh! What is he gonna do?
And the 9's gonna drop back right underneath him. He's gonna get a little bit of a toe down this back, down the tri-oval, down into turn 1. Now the 9 has to be on the attack right here. Jacob's gonna elect to run the top. The 9's gonna dive down in there, and the 6 should stay clear. The 9's not there quite yet, but he's gonna stay about equal. I mean, this is last go. Jacob, I just think, is way better in 3 and 4, and you see him get a great launch off of turn 4 right here. But Kevin can't give up yet. 3 to go here at Auto Club. See Jacob with a little bit of a blinking issue right there, but he's gonna elect to run that bottom again. I think the 9 has to try something different. He cannot just follow the 6 throughout, and he's going to smack the
hard
wall.
ball.
The 6 also a little bit squirrely, but here comes the 9. I mean, that was a lot harder hit than Jacob had, but he's got to try some type of different line out here. Maybe he has to try the top. Maybe he has to flip the track around. Jacob's running the bottom all the way around. Maybe this 9 has to run the top. You see the 9. That's not going to be optimal right there. He's going to scrape the wall again. 2 to go here at Auto Club, and with the second lead, this 9 car is going to need a mistake out of that 6 to have a chance now, I think. And Jacob into the wall a little bit. I don't think that's going to be enough to give Kevin a chance here. As it comes off turn 4, we're going to be white flag here at Auto Club. White flag for Jacob Quill. Jacob just has to run a clean lap, good clean lap here. He has no pressure out from back, and he should be able to claim his second win in a row here at Auto Club.
The 21 is slowing. The 21 is slowing. Looks like you're in on a field.
Coming out of turn 4, he dominated this race since he got this lead. And now Jacob Quill is going to go back-to-back at Auto Club. What a dominating win for this number 6 car. I mean, he led 86 out of the 100 laps. He led 3/4 of this race. I mean, that's really hard to do in any league, yet less in these nations. So, what a race for him. Sully, what do you think of that race?
Well, the better man won. I think that's all I can really say. Jacob was the strongest car all night. He deserved the win.
I see Jacob pushing this 21 back to the pits. Classy move by him. We saw the 21. We saw Sully called out on this last lap that 21 unfortunately did run out of fuel, but Tane will come home P4 because of the Noah's unfortunate incident with Caden Bailey. The Tane will come home P4. And we're going to see Jacob Quill burn it down here at Auto Club. And the show burn it down. I mean, a well-deserved, very dominant win here. But while we get all these drivers in here ready for the interviews, let's go through and look at your race results here. As we see Jacob Quill here, your winner here. Kevin Hunsaker, P2, and Jamie McKinney. What a recovery race. Rounds out your podium. Tane Hodison comes P4. Noah Hamilton, P5. So you want to round us out?
P6, Caden Bailey. 7th, Zachary Klinsman. 8th, we got Diego Rodriguez. 9th, Connor Murphy. And rounding out our top 10, we have Joseph E. Johnson.
Now let's see if we can get everybody in here for these post-race interviews. But once again, Jacob Quill, your winner here at Auto Club.
Doesn't look like Jacob, so we'll go 3rd to 1st.
Yeah, let's get Jamie in here. Hey, Jamie, it's Christian and Sully up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, P3 finish for you. Obviously, got a little lucky with the cautions and some people getting wrecked out, but just walk us through your race.
It, like I said earlier, it went well. I thought I might have had a chance to get a chance to win the race with that final caution, but what happened on pit road, I just got cleaned out. Just wrong spot, wrong time, and I had severe steering damage, and yeah, I couldn't really do much about it, but at least I got third.
Any questions for him, Sully?
Um, what was it like on that pit road incident between Caden Bailey and Noah Hamilton? Was there any chatter on the mic or anything?
Yeah, like from what I heard, Bailey said want to see a manager trick, and Della said wanted to see what a band looks like, and then I just got cleaned out. I had nothing to do with it, just got cleaned out, and had to deal with it.
It's unlucky. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, you still managed to pull out a top three finish. So, anybody you want to thank? Any fans, sponsors, any friends for this P3 finish?
Yeah. I gotta thank Hello Kitty for sponsoring me, and had a strong run with my pink machine. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Well, a great
Man.
recovery run for you, and we're gonna drag you back down to celebrate with friends and family home, and hopefully we can talk to you next week.
Yep. All right, thank you.
And that was Jamie McKinney, your third place finisher here at Auto Club.
Uh,
And I guess we're gonna talk to.
we don't even have.
We don't have P2 or P or the winner in the VC, so um, while we wait on them, I guess we can rewrap what kind of happened here. Obviously, we saw that Kevin started out on.
Oh,
And there is Jacob Quill. Jacob, it's Christian and Selena Booth. You got a copy?
Yaha.
Alrighty.
oh.
Well, dominating win for you after taking that lead. Kind of never gave it away, so just walk us through your race.
First of all, blasted past the two little nerds on the start. So after that, uh, tires went with me. All right, I'll just say that. I just like Auto Club's known and notorious for being a wearer track where the just tires just want to fall off every second of the day. That just never happened to me. It only happened in my last run, I think, before it only happened to me in that third run. That's it. In that fourth run where we like got that late restart, I was kind of shivering, not even gonna lie. Like, like I literally tried like keeping it clean with Kevin because I knew Dirty Air was gonna suck, but I was just trying my hardest. Jamie didn't get quite good a good start there, and after that, I just kind of absolutely blasted past Kevin because he had a skill issue. And yeah, that's about it.
There you go.
Well, yeah. Like I said before, once you took that lead away from Kevin and Noah, you never gave it up. So once again, dominating race. I think you led.
56.
Yeah, almost. I think almost on the dot. Um, a little over a quarter, 3/4 of this race. So, uh, can't say enough how dominating this win is for you. But anybody you want to thank at home? Any sponsors, fans, friends for this win?
I'd like to thank myself for getting this setup absolutely amazing. Um, and then yeah, of course, shout out to my team. Team's been doing really strong this season. Got Andrew in here and um, guys like uh God, what's his name? I forget, bro. um uh uh it's my team owner. He's a 22 car. I literally am not good with names. If I don't race with you often, I don't know your name. Whatever. Him, my team owner, Andrew, whole squad. Yeah, that's it. That's who I gotta thank for this race.
Well, a dominating win for you. Any final remarks solely for Jacob?
No, good run, man.
Well, that was Jacob Quill there, winning. Your winning driver in that number 6 car. But yeah, really fantastic race. Any final remarks, Sully, about the race?
It lived up to expectations. We had drama, we had battles, we had wrecks. I think it lived up to expectations. Can't wait to be back next week, hopefully.
Yeah. Can't wait to be back here next week. Once again, I got to thank all the chatters and at home, everybody for watching the broadcast. Got to thank Noah for putting on this league and working his ass off. Got to thank the drivers for putting on for a show at home. And once again, got to thank you solely for coming in here and stepping in and giving me a hand tonight's broadcast. And hopefully we can see you back here sooner or later.
Yes, sir.
And for all of us over here at High Velocity TV, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching the stream. We'll be back here next week, Friday, right back here at around 9:20 Eastern. So once again, thank you guys so much for coming out, watching the broadcast, and we will see you guys soon. And for everybody, hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy the weekend, and we will see you later. All right, peace out, everybody.